Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get on with Zilliqa. It's been a little while since we've touched up on it, so let's go over it. If you jump on zilliqa.com/platform, you can learn a lot about, why they call it the Ethereum killer, why it's so good, why it's so scalable, and the reason why a lot of people around the world rate it really, really, really high. A lot more than it's currently been, under the spotlight, right? It's not really under the spotlight at the moment. And so it's really, really important when you do this type of research to understand the implications that a platform like this can have long term. That's really why, you're seeing your Solanas, your Terras, your Phantoms rise really, really fast, because now that volume is coming through, people, organizations, just retail investors, everybody saying, well, I'm going to go with the faster option instead of the slower, older versions of things, right? And this is one of those platforms. So zilliqa.com/platform, check out the website, read the white paper, right? I cannot stress it. I know you don't, right? I really, really know. I know you guys don't read, and I know that you don't read enough, but you got to get on with the program, right? And one of those programs is reading this. Now, I know that this doesn't look like the most appealing white paper out there. It's just all text. Some of them pull, more animations and they make the text bigger and all that. But it's 14 pages, and you really, 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 really need to get a real good hold of this, right? This is important. This is really critical, because you're going to make mistakes if you don't read the white paper. If you don't read the white paper, you don't understand where something is going. When the price fluctuates, even when the price goes up, right, 40 cents, 50 cents, you might think, whoa, awesome, sell. Not if you read the white paper. If you read the white paper, it will change your mind. And that is really, really important to me. So make sure that you do, because I cannot stress enough how much posture it gives you in the marketplace. Then from there, of course, it's typical, right? Typical Crypto Serpent stuff, right? You gotta follow the socials. You gotta be have the alerts on. If you're invested in something and you don't have the alerts on, what are you doing? Now, I specifically, on purpose, unfollowed just to do it here, live on the video. Follow, and then, well, I'm not logged on at the moment on this particular browser, but you need to do it, right? Follow, alarm bell. Every single thing that you hold, follow, alarm bell, follow, alarm bell. You need to do this stuff, right? This is really, really, really important. There is so much happening. There is so much that's going to happen in the NFT space, in the Zilliqa network, that you really, really, really want to get a hold of this, right? And you need to get very good at picking up on this stuff early, especially the NFTs. If you hold a lot of Zilliqa and you want to play in the Zilliqa NFT market, that is something I really, really highly recommend. Why? Because this battleship is about to take off. The rocket is set. This is sort of the kind of journey that we're going to be taking, but we are definitely going to go into $1 territory. Like, definitely, right? And it's not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, but the amount of research that I've done on this is going to take off. Like, this is literally going to take off. And you want to be there for the ride. How do you get there on the ride? You get yourself some posture. And the posture comes from reading the white paper, analyzing the website, going through the partners, all of that, right? It's really, 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 really important stuff. Like, I cannot stress it enough, and I can't do it for you. That's why you have to help me out here by doing your bit. And your bit is doing this stuff, because I can't see whether you're doing it or not. I can only hope that you are, because as we go, we're going to be going really, really fast soon. Now, when we do talk about this stuff, right? So when we talk about the price is going to happen, I know what you're thinking. Like, and everybody thinks like that, right? What's going to make the price go up? Well, it's adoption. It's adoption of the blockchain. It's more and more traffic coming to the blockchain, more things being built on the particular blockchain. And ultimately, that's what drives the price up. And, of course, retail and investors seeing these trends and going, you know what, that looks like something worthwhile investing in. The retail investors with, their small percentage, and the large investors with the millions and millions of dollars that go in. So when I do look at the journey on how we're going to go, right, we will get to a stage where we were before, which is in the 26 to 30 cents range. Then we will dip again back into 22, 23 cents territory, and then we will begin the climb, breaking all-time highs and going through that journey to go towards 86, a dollar, $1.10, and all that. So there is a lot to come, right? So there is about at the bare minimum, there is another 723% to arrive. And I want to bring it up a little bit earlier in the video because I know some of you don't watch the whole thing, which for me, again, as a committed investor, it is crazy to me that people don't watch an entire video that goes only for 10 minutes. I call it like I see it. You don't watch 10 minutes, but you're invested in something? Whoa. Please, watch 10 minutes, even if the video is horrible or if the video is great. I like to think the videos are good, but you tell me in the comments. There is a lot coming. There is a lot coming, but 726%? Yeah, there is definitely 723% to come and the rest. But at the bare minimum, this is like the benchmark, right? This is the worst case scenario that I'm seeing between now and December. But there's a lot more than that. But at the bare minimum, 723% from where we are right now. So Zilliqa has been drawing a lot of attention the last week, especially with the latest mainnet upgrade that has boosted block time and transaction finality. This week's update, however, is not about the tech, but will instead delve into a massive creator economy explosion. So what they're talking about here is that the Zilliqa ecosystem and the NFT ecosystem is huge, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so that there is also becoming now a topic of interest. And there's a lot of communication going on there, especially with, the launching of Zilliqa's version of OpenSea coming out and all of that. So there is a lot of volume about to come through that. Then, not to mention the big arrival of the Zilliqa Ethereum bridge. So it is happening very, very soon. We don't yet have specific dates, specific times, but that there is very, very important. Very important, right? Zilliqa Ethereum bridge will be huge, and it will be the kickoff to this party called the Zilliqa party, where we're heading towards $1 and beyond. So there is so much to look forward to. But let's jump into a tiny. Let's have a look at some of the indicators. So as we begin to look at, the indicators and the charts, we're looking at the 1 hour in particular at the moment. And we can see that we are playing well within the Bollinger Band. We have a MACD at the moment that is sitting on bullish, because obviously we've gone from, we touched under 10 cents and now we're slightly about to go up. I mean, we're 2.7% down. At the time of making this, we are above 10 cents at the moment. We are starting to see a small spike, but we're not out of the woods yet, as a whole, right? And as the entire industry at the moment is in September, it is looking like, it is going to go down a little bit further before we go up. And you can look at the 100-day moving average, and you can see that we have touched the moving average and then come back down. We'll probably do it again. And maybe one more time, right? So it is important to zoom out and look at the bigger picture and what's going on at the moment. And on the 12-hour, we've just touched the moving average 100. Are we going to bounce off of it and go back up, or are we going to go below it, right? So we've got to keep an eye out over the next 24 hours on that point. But that is if you're looking for an entry point, right? If you're in Zilliqa, there's nothing to worry about, because, I mean, from a long-term perspective, this is a solid project, solid winner. Many great things are coming, and so really it's about entry points to accumulate more. And for me, I think we could see 9 cents again before we continue to rise. So from that perspective, right now it's about hold if you're simply holding, and do not don't get flustered, right? Because it's an amazing blockchain, an amazing project. But if you're looking to accumulate more, it's really looking for new entry points, to get the best bargain. And really that's your job right now, as a Zilliqa investor. If you're looking to accumulate more, look to see where you can get in at the best rate, and then get in and hold, right? Because this is the same thing that happened to people that held Solana, people that held Terra, people that held Phantom. I know that frustration kicks in, but this is a solid network. And if you do your research, you would agree with me. Let's have a look at some of the charts. So as we begin to look at the charts for Zilliqa, we could be 9 cents to 8 cents, really. That particular white support line could be the way. That could be where we end up. Now, when we look at over here, the next stops, these are some of the critical important parts. There is a major resistance at 15 cents. And then as we begin to rise up, we've got 19 cents, 22 cents, and 24 cents are really strong line. And you can see, you know, how hard we dropped last time. Last time it hit that back in May, right? Probably towards the end of, middle of May. So these are the critical points as we begin our journey towards breaking previous all-time highs. But this is the exciting part. The inverse head and shoulders that is forming right now is huge. It's massive, right? So $1, I mean, some people are saying even, you know, $1.60, but let's get to $1.10. I think $1.10 is very realistic. Of course, none of us are going to complain if we get to $1.60 this year, but $1 to $1.10 for me has always been the case, and I think that's where we're going. Speaking of where we're going, 37 cents, 56, 89, $1.23, and $1.72 are critical elements, critical points to look into as we head towards 2022. Because you got to think about 2022. You know why? Because you're going to blink and boom, we're going to be there. We got to be ready. We got to be ready to take profits, got to be ready to take action, got to be ready to accumulate. We're going to be ready for the whole thing. And will there be bumps along the road? Yes, there will be. Who's going to be here? I'm going to be here. We're going to be talking about this, right? But the journey, 2022, the momentum shift, the Zilliqa versus Bitcoin dominance, it is all coming. What a pleasure to be with you again for another Zilliqa video. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.